Hi Elvis.
Just a minute, Marin. It's not gone live yet.
Is it? It's showing streaming live on YouTube.
Okay. Start.
Hi Elvis.
Hello, Marin. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. So first let me welcome our audience here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone. Welcome to this podcast, which is excited.
Your voice is cracking, Marin.
Is it?
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but your voice is cracking and even the video is getting stuck. Like, are you using a Wi-Fi or are you
So it's
using
going.
mobile data?
Yes, Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So as I said, we are having our guest, Mr. Elvis D'Silva, who had been a trainer past 8 years, and he's the founder of IAAM, which stands for It's All About Me. But today we are going to talk about Elvis, his experiences, and of course, he's going to give a lot of suggestion, tips, and tricks how to handle your married life. And also, it will be very helpful for those people who are going to get married newly now. So, Elvis, tell me about yourself. People want to know why are you here? You are a trainer, but today you're going to talk about this marriage party. So, what is it about?
Yes. So, Marin, the main reason for starting this initiative called the Trinity Connections, we have a group wherein we are welcoming couples who are looking to get married, who are aspirants, who want to get into a relationship of a marriage, and also those who are newly married, and those who are facing hiccups in their relationship.
Yes.
So, in the market, in the world, there are many courses, there are many, things that you can do to get yourself trained. But there is no particular, formal course on, how to handle this new phase of a married life. There is no course on parenting. So this is the idea behind forming this group called as Trinity Connections. And the second initiative within Trinity Connections is this, the marriage party, which is a podcast, which will be a series of, such interviews with couples who are married and have overcome the challenges and difficulties in their married life, who are deeply rooted in the gospel values, who are deeply rooted in faith, so that they can inspire newly married couples or couples who are looking to get married. So
Wonderful.
this platform is going to help them, guide them, inspire them. And yes, that is the reason why we are here.
Wonderful initiative, Elvis. So I know that each and everybody's experience is totally different. We cannot have a particular course, as you said.
Right?
Before we dive deep into it, let us know about your life. You did have a seminary life, am I right?
True.
Yeah. What inspired you there? Why did you choose that?
So yes, the reason for joining the seminary was, I was always inclined towards, spirituality. From my very school days, I would be very sincere in prayer and very obedient with catechism classes. And so that inclination was always there. And then I was inspired by the life of priests, the sacrifice that they make, and they serve people. So that is where I discerned. I went to Pota, I went to Tabor, and I consulted many priests, and that is how I taken the decision to join the seminary. But however, down the line during the seminary, somewhere I had a feeling that this is not the right place where I should be. I completed 4 years in the seminary, spirituality, 2 years of philosophy, 1 year of regency. But down the line, I thought like Elvis, this is not your place. So in order to verify and make it very sure, I did a discernment retreat of 8 days with Father Philip, who is no more, who just passed last year on 1st of Jan. He was my spiritual guide who helped me discern. And that discernment made it very clear that Elvis, you're not called here. I want you somewhere else. I do not want you to be in the seminary. And that 8 days made it very clear for me that this is not, yes, with a very hard, with a very heavy heart, I discontinued because I had that attachment. I wanted to see myself as a priest. I wanted to see myself, there on the altar, serving the mass, hearing confessions, giving communion, but with a heavy, very, very heavy heart after the discernment, which made it very clear that Elvis, this is not your place. In obedience, I discontinued.
I do understand the transition was not easy for you, right?
No, no, it was not easy. It was very difficult for me because when I got into the corporate world, I didn't even knew what is a formal email address should be.
Mm.
So I started from there. I started from scratch. But yes, the seminary life has always helped me. It has always helped me to go deep, to introspect, to be very analytical and critical, because having 7 years of philosophy has made me a very critical thinker. So that is how my seminary life has helped me.
Do you miss that still?
Yes, at times I miss, but I have a very, very strong spiritual life. I never miss the Holy Eucharist. I never miss my personal prayer of an hour, which I spend early morning.
One.
And so I still continue my seminary life even at home when it comes with regard to my prayer life, with regard to spending time with the Bible, and somehow now I realize that why did I get that inspiration of not being there? So today I somewhere feel see that things unfolding. I see that some things unfolding as a trainer. I'm able to reach out to, the corporates, which is a jungle out there. And I
Yes.
want to make that a garden, you
Wow.
know.
What a
So my
wonderful.
training takes me to places where even a priest cannot go. Like
Yes.
priest is restricted to the walls of the church. But my training, the vocation of a trainer, helps me go to people I would have never got an opportunity to reach out to.
Yes, definitely. Then when did this magic happen? When did you meet your better half, your soulmate?
Okay, this all happened. There was some group called as God's Grace, and it's a matrimonial WhatsApp channel that was
Mm-hmm.
started by a priest. I do not know the name of the priest, but it was started by one of the priests from Pune. And there, my elder brother, introduced me to this WhatsApp group, and there all the couples would share their profiles, and that is how we came across our profiles. That was during the lockdown. That was during the lockdown. And there is where we met, we exchanged, we started conversation, then our families met, and that is how this marriage materialized.
How did you take this decision? Because it's very
Mhm.
difficult, first of all, the transition from your seminary life to the worldly life. Then
Mhm.
you met your better half. How
Right.
did you decide? Did you follow a procedure or did you follow some footsteps to decide on this?
Yes, so Maren, I always, believe the Jesuits have Ignatian discernment retreat that they go through. It's a process of discerning
Mm-hmm.
what is the will of God for you.
Yes.
So the same thing I had done while discontinuing from the seminary.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing I again did while choosing my life partner. So I remember I spent 14 days in just very intense prayer and deciding who should be my life partner, discerning what is the will of God for me. You know, so I recommend this even to young couples. So do not go by the whims and fancies and get very enticed and by good words and the external things.
Yes.
Always consult your family members, consult the priest, consult yourself in prayer, consult with God in prayer. And yeah, saying that this does not mean that there won't be difficulties in your life. There won't be challenges. There will be. There
Yes.
will be. Marriage is not a bed of rose. Okay. The honeymoon period just lasts for a few months. But then the practicalities, the realities of life you have to face.
Yes.
But having said that, make decisions in prayer. Consult people. So God does not speak only in prayer. He also speaks through people. God also speaks through the scriptures. So this is all you need to consider while taking this decision, because marriage is one of the biggest decisions of your life.
Yes.
People are broke, people are made, people are broke just by this one decision. The second decision is about your career. What do you choose as your career? The second is marriage.
So nowadays, we see a lot of people, young people who
Hmm.
take the decision very quick. They get
Hmm.
married very quick, but so quickly again, they go for divorce.
Right.
So do you have any checklist for those people before marriage? Should they, get into the details? What steps they have to follow? Do you
Right.
have any checklist like that?
Yes. So see, like young couples, right? They are always in that balloon. They're in the balloon in the air, and they're living in, the seventh sky. They feel everything rosy, rosy,
Okay.
and they neglect many things, the many practical things. Especially when it comes to finance, they say it's okay as long as the boy and the girl is good. The boy is also okay. The girl does not know to cook, or she does not know the basic, basic things. They're all okay, all okay. Both sides, I'm saying, both sides, boy as well as girl. They are everything okay before marriage.
Yes.
But after marriage, this balloon breaks. This balloon breaks. And then these very things become the cause of fight. Yes, they become the cause of misunderstandings. And then these things escalate. These things escalate. So therefore, I would advise the young couples, never ignore the advice of elders,
Yes.
because they have seen more rains, more seasons, more than you. They know life more than you. They have been living their married life. They have faced the difficulties, challenges. So never ignore. I don't say, blindly listen to them or bluntly follow whatever they say, but at the same time, do not ignore their advice.
Right.
Take it into consideration.
Yes, exactly. So nowadays we see that, as I mentioned, they're very quick to take the decision, but
Mhm.
again, very quickly they go for divorce. According to you, what is marriage? What is not? Like, what is marriage? How do you define marriage? And what is not? People do have wrong assumption of marriage, right? There are a set of people who think marriage is really good to have a partner and spend the entire life. There are
Right.
also people who think that marriage is responsibility. Marriage is like a punishment. There are people who
Mhm.
think it. So,
Okay.
according to you, what is marriage? What is not?
See, marriage basically, even before getting into this relationship, yeah, like as you said, many youngsters take a very quick decision.
Yeah.
Okay, love at first sight and all that stuff. Yes, but I would recommend that you need to have a period of courtship where you meet each other, you spend some time with each other and knowing each other. What are the compatibilities? Are you compatible? What are your belief systems? Yes, these are very important. These are very important. Now, saying that, that does not mean, that marriage is not a union between two same people. It is a union between two different people coming from different backgrounds, different upbringing, different culture. Even if you may be of the same community, same religion, but still, you are two different people who are going to come together. So knowing each other before getting into this lifetime commitment is very important. you know so I say here you should follow the belief like what Mahatma Gandhi would say, that before taking any decision, think 100 times, but once you make the decision, do not step back even when there are 100 difficulties.
Correct.
Because as Catholics, we follow the gospel value. Marriage is not just a contract, it is a covenant.
Yes.
It is a covenant. Yeah, it's a commitment. It's a commitment. So it's not about love, 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 love. Yeah, it is more about trust. It is more about commitment. Yes. So that is what all marriage is all about, I think.
So nowadays there is a trend of live-in relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say about it? Since you said that people should understand each other, they should take their own time. But people nowadays, it has become a trend. They want to get into live-in relationship, which doesn't give the name of a marriage. But at the end, most of the people they get separated.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people get married after that. And again, after marriage, still they go for divorce. So there are hardly any people, I would say, whoever had gone in live-in relationship, they have, most of them have gone for divorce. So do you have any advice on that?
See, live-in relationship is no a very pleasure-oriented, what do you say, agreement that two people make. As long as there is pleasure, they're together. The moment they think that they are not happy, they give up. So here there is no element of commitment, whereas
Yes.
marriage is more about commitment. So anyone who has the idea that marriage is all about sex, marriage is all about pleasure, so I think you need to give it a second thought before entering into this relationship, because all these ideas fade off very quickly once you get married. Okay, so yeah, commitment is one of the most important ingredient of a happy married life. And secondly, it's understanding each other.
How do you differentiate your life? How is it before marriage and after marriage? Like your personality, your belief system, your thoughts.
Mhm.
Is there any change?
So speaking about myself, yes, I have become a little more responsible after my
Mhm.
marriage. Yeah, the maturity has increased. Yes, now I need to be very careful about the finances. I need to budget. So these are all very important aspects of a married life, which yes, in our community we do have a marriage preparation course. Yes, which
Mhm.
gives you a glimpse of what is coming ahead. So speaking about myself, yes, I have got a little more organized. I have become a little more serious about my career. Uh, I have become, now more career oriented than I was before. Earlier, it was like, okay, if it's done, or fine. If it's not done, is also fine. So yes, marriage is a beautiful, beautiful relationship. Yes, provided we enter into it with the right understanding.
Wonderful. So, what were the challenges you faced post marriage? Did you face any challenge?
Yes, as you know, like most of the marriages that they face, even I faced, the relationship between the wife and the mother, and the one who gets sandwiched is only the husband. Yes, so that is a challenge which even I faced, and me and my wife, we were apart for quite some time, and again, it was only prayer that helped me to take the decision. I went, I brought my wife, and we are now living together. We are happy. But if you ask me, like, why are most of the marriages messed up? Why are most of the marriages messed up? The one main reason is because both the couple, the wife as well as the man, the husband, did not have their own backbone. They are relying on decision of again their parents, some siblings, and over attachment towards them, which influences their decisions. So I would say before you enter the marriage, before you enter the relationship called marriage, you need to be mature. The girl has to be a woman, the boy has to be a man, and take your decisions. Have your non-negotiables very clear. Stand on your own spine. Yes.
Yes.
Even today, I have some of my friends, who call me up. I have one from Delhi, who is now separated from his wife, and he's not able to get reunited with his wife just because he's getting influenced by the noise that is around him, that noise that is coming from his relatives, from his parents also, and even the girl is getting influenced by her relatives, by her family. So I think marriage is not, a cup of tea for those who are immature.
Yes. Yes. They need to understand each other, right? Like when we talk about men, of course, they have to balance the wife and the mother.
True.
When we have to talk about the wife, she has to balance the husband and mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So both of you, like both of the husband and the wife, both of them should be balancing the entire family. They are the pillars, in fact, right?
Yes, they need to listen to everyone. Okay. Saying that, I don't say that you should close your ears to, your parents, your siblings. They have grown you up, right? They have helped you come where you are in life. You need to listen what they are saying. But at the end of the day, it is your decision. You have to have your clarity, your locus of control. What you're doing, is it right or is it wrong?
If you have to give any advice to the girls who are in the place of a wife and the boys who are in the place of husband to
Mm-hmm.
manage conflict, so do you have any solid tips? Because that is the main reason why people are getting separated. Those
Mm-hmm.
who are in families, like along with the mother-in-law, father-in-law, if that group or that couple is getting separated, the
Mm-hmm.
reason would be mainly the conflicts there within the
Right,
family. So do you have
right.
any solid tips or conflict management tricks for them?
See, so the best thing is understanding. Yes, best thing is understanding. And I would again say that the ingredient, the element of any good and a healthy relationship is freedom.
Yes.
It is freedom. If any of the partner in any relationship, not just a husband wife, but in any relationship, the main ingredient is freedom. I let the person be what they are. I do not try to control them. I see many spouses who control each other. Whom should you talk? Where should you go? What should you wear? Yes. So here the basic ingredient of marriage is being compromised. That is freedom.
Yes.
So marriage is not, I become you and you become me. No, we still are two different people, but still coming together,
Yes.
respecting our each other's boundaries, our personal spaces.
Correct.
Because if this is compromised, this healthy relationship changes into a toxic relationship. And then it is not you're my husband or I'm your wife. It is we become slaves to each other.
Correct. Yes. Wonderful. Let us talk about Trinity Connection more.
Mm-hmm.
What was the idea behind it? Why did you start? And what is your vision based on that?
See, Trinity Connections, first of all, the very name Trinity, the Trinity is, we have named it as Trinity because marriage is not just a union between a husband and wife, but it is also God. Yes, God
Yes.
is in the middle. That is, Jesus is in the middle.
Yes.
The moment this center changes, money becomes the God, or job becomes the God, or, media becomes the God, then there is problem. Then there is a big time problem.
Mhm.
Yes, so Trinity, the very name Trinity means it is a relationship not just between the husband and wife, but it is husband, Jesus, and wife. And the vision, the reason for starting this initiative is because I have seen and I myself have gone through that this phase, this transition from a bachelor to a married couple, spinster to a married couple, is one of the most difficult transition for many. Most difficult transition for many. Is the partner I'm choosing is the right partner? Or, am I taking the right decision? What if this happens? What if that happens? Both for the couple as well as for their parents.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is an initiative to help them, journey this phase. Because here in Trinity Connections, we have 10 couples who have gone through, like hell in their life, and but still they have overcome it because they are men, they are couples, who are deeply rooted in faith, deeply rooted in, the gospel values. And that is how they have overcome this wave, this tsunami in their life of the challenges that they have faced after getting married. So this is the first thing we want to address, and the second thing that need to serve and help such couples is after getting married there are hiccups. Yeah, there are hiccups. There is turbulence, some kind of a turbulence. How should they handle it? Because they are not very sure and clear where should they go to, whom should they meet. Yes, as I again said, going to a priest, yes, definitely you have to go to a priest. He will spiritually guide you. He's a spiritual expert. But again,
Yes.
you need to go to a person who has burned their hands in this game.
Correct.
Yes, they will
They
give
may
you that.
not be having that experience, right?
Yeah. So yes, they do have, but they will still give you spiritual advice, which is very useful. You should go for it. So it is not I should go here or there. You need to go both. And therefore, we also have Fr.Sachin, who is, the spiritual guide of this group of Trinity Connections.
Okay.
Fr.Sachin is a very good friend of mine. We know each other since the seminary days, and he's a very young and dynamic priest, very much, open to help at any moment, at any time, and anyone.
Okay. So if people want to reach you,
Mhm.
Sachin, how would they reach you?
In the description, I will be sharing a Calendly link where they can just book an appointment with me. Now, the
Mm-hmm.
reason for making Calendly link is because I'm not always available. I'm engaged with trainings or some other stuff. So they can just go to my Calendly link and they can book an appointment when at a time which is suitable for me as well as for them, so that we do not miss on the call.
So how is this Trinity connection different from, of course, as you said, the priest also would counsel them, right?
Mhm.
And we do have counseling agencies which do that.
Right.
How differently, what kind of a different approach do you people have, which will be helping these couples?
So yes, like as I said, this is not what you say, no. It's not a paid thing. We are doing it out of service. Yes.
Yes,
So that is how we are different.
wonderful. So Elvis, do you have any final piece of advice for the new couple?
Uh, yes. So what I would say is, discern, pray, know each other, consult the priest, consult the elders, consult your community. Yes. And what do you say? Also, know each other. That is the most important. And have a very clear understanding that you need to be matured. You need to have your own spine. Yes, do not bend and rely on the decisions of others. Yes, you need to be open, but at the same time, your locus of control has to be very clear.
Very nice. Elvis, it was wonderful talking to you. I really hope that each and everybody who's going to get married or those who are already married would get a lot of input from this podcast. And I really wish you all the very best from the bottom of my heart, that you're going to help people in this good path, I would say. I'm sure everybody would get benefited from your Trinity connection. Nice talking to you, Elvis. So, thank you, audience, for watching this podcast. If you want to connect with Elvis, you can check out the description. You can connect with him. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Marin, and thanks everyone.